Ken, so talk to us now about discharge. I understand discharge could happen at several different points in treatment. What can happen at discharge?
Well, yeah, in New Jersey, addiction treatment is voluntary. So at any given moment, whether we're even in a residential program, a person can just get up and walk out. So discharge does vary. But there's the ideal discharge, the person that sees it through to the end. In the ideal discharge scenario, that person is leaving with a game plan that they can work with and stay in a strength-based, viable, supportive environment for the rest, hopefully for the rest of their lives, whether that be through 12-step communities, whether through smart recovery or using recovery coaches. That's something that's grown really big. We've been working a lot with recovery coach programs like RAFs. Some people say they don't want to do meetings, but that recovery coach is a good interim solution. So something, having somebody to turn to. So it's not always going to be easy. Fortunately, it usually gets easier with time, but there's going to be ups and downs. Just, we all know, even if you're not an addict, life has ups and downs. So to have a support system in place, whatever that may be, whether it's church or your family or any combination thereof, of people that you can turn to, that you can talk about your addiction and your mental health, or both, hopefully, and they can say, look, I think you need to go back to outpatient or inpatient, and somebody to kind of help get your thoughts together before things get out of hand. That's critical. So that's what we want. We want a plan in place.
Okay.
To the best of our ability.
And what if someone is unsuccessfully discharged from the program? May they need a higher level of care? What then happens?
Yeah, that happens as well. The usual game plan with an outpatient is, just because you send somebody to a higher level of care doesn't mean we're giving up on you. We if it's 30 days or less, we keep the case open. We're waiting for you when you get back. And then even if it's longer term, we just reopen it when you get back. But the outpatient treatment provider should see it through to the end until you get that, they call that warm handoff, where you are in someone else's care and in that bed, ready, or walking into that door. Then you can detach. But even then, to sometimes stay in touch for a couple of weeks, just to kind of smooth the process over, because we want that transition to be as smooth as possible. And then to be there when they want to come back. One of my things, that I've been at CPC 19 years, I pride myself on, even my clinicians under me have said, oh no, you're taking that one back again. I'm like, yeah, I'm a firm believer in 20th chances. I'm like, and I've seen it so many times, people that are like the most difficult people. And I'm like, you shouldn't have taken this job if you weren't ready to work with difficult people. You know what I mean? People that are struggling with mental health and addiction issues can be very difficult. People in general can be very difficult. So you got to be ready for that. So I think programs should be ready to take people back. A lot of the programs that we use all the time, like New Hope and Princeton House and many others, we work with the same clientele because we keep taking people back. We're ready. We want to keep people alive, and we want to help people get better. So if that takes a few times through the system, why not? Let's just keep it going till it gets right. Because when it does finally click, it's miraculous, and you never know when that's going to happen. Sometimes it happens when you least expect it, and that's why we're in this job. We want people to get better.